Pisces, hello my love. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. Welcome in. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, I hope you enjoy your reading. I'm so excited for you to be here. If you do enjoy your reading, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. For others of you who are returning, thank you so much for your love and support. You make what I do possible. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much for allowing me to reconnect with you. So Pisces, we're going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. This is a general reading, so keep in mind that this may or may not resonate with your current situation. If you find that the message today really doesn't look at all like the experience that you're currently going through, then by all means throw the entire reading out. Then it's just not for you, okay, my love? For others of you, though, this will resonate very strongly, and if it does, I hope it provides you the clarity and guidance that you seek moving forward. We will be doing an extended reading after the general reading, where we'll go more in depth into the person that you're connecting with, their emotions towards you, their intentions towards you, the advice, right, the steps that you should take moving forward through the situation in order to stay aligned to your greatest and highest good and to, you know, the best possible outcome, right, as well as what the long-term outcome is likely to be as a result of the resolution of the situation that we reveal in today's reading. If you would like to join me in the extended after the reading, I will leave a link for it in the description box below, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section down below, along with a link to my personal booking system in case you would like to have a personal reading done. Okay, so without further ado, Pisces, just like in our previous readings together, I went ahead and pulled from the Oracle myself to see more or less the elements and the energies involved in your situation in particular, and then you and I will be pulling from the tarot together. So, based on what I am seeing, okay, this is the holiday season. There are a lot of gatherings, a lot of get-togethers, Pisces. This person that you're having, that you're going through this situation with, is somebody who is either by blood or you know, relation, okay, in terms of contract and just people who are basically a part of your tribe. You know, someone, either a close friend, someone who you're bonded through experience. This person's considered a friend to you at the very least, right? Whether they're you know, someone who is a part of your blood family, whether it's a part of, you know, whether this is a spouse, whether this is a good friend, right? This is somebody who you consider a trusted individual, but right now you're undergoing a lot of you're going through a lot of inner turmoil right now. For many of you, most of you, I do feel that this is romantic. Okay, I do feel that this is romantic. It doesn't have to be. The only reason I say that it is because the Lovers card is here. So for those of you where this is not romance, this could be a Gemini that you're connecting with. Or this could have to do with someone who you are connecting with who is not, who you are not connecting with in a romantic way, but it's the way they navigate romantic situations, or a particular romantic situation, which I'll clarify now. That is right now really what is causing you to feel the way you're feeling. Maybe you're cross-watching and you're on the supportive end of a Pisces, right? Maybe you're trying to support your fellow Pisces here. You know, but there is something here, either you or the person that you're connecting with feels like they are with the never-ending story energy, feeling like this is always their story, this is always where they find themselves, this is always them. You know, it's, again, look at this person, right? She's sitting there, you know, crying, and she's just like, why? Again, how do I always find myself in the same predicament? Why do I always find myself being betrayed, or finding myself, you know, always feeling, you know, insecure, or feeling whatever it is? Now the thing is, we did have the Lovers come out, so 15 reduces to a 6, which is Lovers in the tarot, but in this particular deck, the Lovers does not talk about a choice. It does talk about physical relations, someone who you're at the very least sexually attracted to, right? Someone who you are looking at as more than just in a platonic way, being clarified by the mature woman, distant horizon, and message. So for some of you, this is Pisces, you or someone that you're connecting with who has found a message recently and has become very suspicious that there could be another person involved. For others, this mature woman is the person that you think could be involved, okay? But with distant horizons, I'm getting the feeling here that this is not substantiated, okay? I went ahead and clarified message, and what I got was marriage, judication, and privileged lady. So for some of you, this is about having found out that the person you were connecting with is actually married. You thought you guys would be able to kind of hit it off, or you guys did hit it off, and you wanted more. Come to find that you found out through a message that you found that they actually are already in a commitment, right? There was a text message coming in from somebody talking about their engagement, talking about having just gotten married. This could have been a back and forth with somebody, that you found a message, kind of like a number in the person you're connecting with, their phone. You find a thing of messages. You ended up sending a message to the number. That person messages back. Now you guys are going back and forth, and it's kind of like everything is beginning to unravel. Okay, but the thing is, with this distant horizons, I'm going to go ahead and clarify this distant horizons. It does not feel like this is actually what's happening. Okay, it doesn't feel like this is actually what's happening. There could have been a message where you inferred, or the person you're connecting with inferred that this was the case. Right? But that may not be the entire story here. Be careful, because it does feel like someone could be blowing something out of proportion, Pisces, and that does not have to be you. That does not have to be you. Okay, what is this distant horizons? It could be just the fact that you thought you were having fantasies about you and this person taking it to another level, and finding out that they didn't give you the whole truth. Toil and labor. Yeah, so you thought you'd be able to kind of manage things, work on things, right? That this would be an object of focus at some point, right? This connection, this lover situation, possibly. Or again, just the suspicion that perhaps the reason the person you're connecting with, Pisces, has been so distant is because they've been connected to another person. Okay, what is, let me just get a tarot card, please, on the energy surrounding this message energy. What's the energy surrounding this message energy, please? A lot of threes. I'm going to show you now. A lot of threes. The Emperor with the Five of Cups. Grief. Could be a masculine energy here. The Tower. Okay, so this was definitely something that Page of Swords. Yeah, so this was definitely a communication. An online, like a text message, an email, a communication that was found out either about an emperor, or you are the emperor that found this out, and it really caused everything to shake up. Okay, Page of Swords here. Six of Wands. Something came to light. So then Pisces, if I can backtrack for just a moment, right, then I'd like to say that for a small group of you, the people, the group that feels like there could be something that you could work out with someone with whom you have a sex-only relationship with, or who you have a lot of physical chemistry with, right? If this hasn't already happened, then what will happen is that you will find out that the person you're connecting with is married. And this is not something they're going to tell you, it's something that you're going to find out. You're gonna talk to the person that this person is married to or in a commitment with. The person here who is suspicious of something, but the person who is suspicious here and who might be blowing something out of proportion is not the person who found this information. You are rightly in your power to feel deeply devastated by what you have found out about the person you're connecting with being being involved with another person when you guys were in a bond, in a commitment, right, to be together. If this feels like very new energy, so you guys might have just recently gotten engaged or recently gotten married, very recently. Okay, so if this is you having found a message from a lover, from a third person, as a married person, as a committed person, from your committed person being involved, right, then you are not the one here that is blowing anything out of proportion. The person here who is, though, is the person who imagined there might be more, okay, without really getting the full detail about this person, because that's what happened. This person, you Pisces, and this person, if you are not the committed one, you're the third one out, having just found this message, what it is you really didn't ask the right questions. And this isn't an attack on you, Pisces. We all do it. We literally all do it, because we have this rose-colored glasses thing where once we latch onto somebody that we think is like really attractive in not just a physical way, but in a way that really entices us into pursuing more, we want to be right? We don't want to waste our time and resources on somebody who isn't for us. So we kind of willingly look past opportunities to check them. We overlook opportunities to really get to know them. And unfortunately, for some of you, right, this was exactly what happened. You found somebody who maybe started out as a friend, someone who was introduced to you by a mutual friend, and right now you're having some internal conflict about whether you can actually drive this moving forward. But unfortunately, again, like, This is the season of get-togethers, right? So it's just people are trying to make contact. People who, if this is a third-party situation, right? For some of you, this is, it's during the holiday season that people begin to feel lonely. It could have been that a third party, right, has interfered, has reached out in a way that was inappropriate, has come out of the shadows, right, in a way that they thought was going to be productive, but obviously it ends up blowing up. Somebody ends up finding the entire truth, and now everything comes crumbling down. And what's interesting is that I think every party here, with the exception of the person who engaged in the third party, no one knew about each other. The third party did not know that this person was married. The married person did not let the spouse know that things were happening, right? There was no agreement to open the marriage, for example, because it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely, it's a point of discussion for some. Okay, if this is something that you're trying to engage in and you're married and committed and you realize that this was not part of the original plan, then what are you trying to do? Okay, honesty was really honesty was not upheld in this, and unfortunately it looks like whoever this person, the married person, was that stepped out, they're loose ends, right? The person to whom they're committed and the person to whom with whom they are messing around, they find each other through happenstance. And the situation here, Pisces, is, what do I do now? Because you're conflicted and you feel like you're always in this situation. You always feel like this is where you end up, right? So is that you, Pisces, the person that stepped out, or is that you, Pisces, the one that is with somebody who couldn't come clean with something, and that you were always the one to find out about things like this, inappropriate things, being the person who has to suffer because someone else is selfish, right? Is this something that you overlooked, right? Should you have known? How are some people able to avoid this type of energy when you seem to always end up in it, right? So let's see. Because I am getting right down the middle. This could be you, Pisces, having an issue with emotional and physical fidelity, or those of you just attracting people who lack that fidelity. Okay? Doesn't have to be masculine or feminine, like male or female, wherever you identify your energy, guys. Okay, wherever you identify your energy. If up to now this just sounds really not at all like your situation, then this is not for you. Okay. This is going to speak, I'm definitely feeling very deeply connected to what's going on here. So if this does not resonate by now, by all means stay, right? By all means stay, just to see what the messages are that come up. You can always find something useful in any of the sign's messages. You could have the placements for this sign anywhere else in your chart, not necessarily sun, moon, rising. But just take what is useful. If none of it's useful, then throw it out. Then throw it out. All right. But let's see, please, for Pisces, what is this? It's happening. What is this that's happening for Pisces, please? This is happening with Pisces. This is painful because I do feel that this is not happening. This is not someone from whom you can very easily disconnect, right? This is somebody who either has always had your trust, someone who is just really, could be a sibling, it could be, you know what I mean? This is somebody who is just very, very close to your heart, very near and dear. Knight of Wands, inconsistency, Five of Cups. There was a loss of trust here. There was a loss of trust. Somebody was inconsistent. Someone was driven by their passion. It's led to a lot of suffering and grief. Someone has definitely found something out. This could be a third party, Leo, Aries, Sag, but it could be just the energy of a third party kind of cramming themselves in between a couple who may have just gotten things started, and whether I want to say, like, whether it's been manifested physically or if it's still kind of in the planning phase, it just doesn't look right, because the distant horizons does talk about planning, right? Distant fantasy. But with the toil and labor card that we pulled out as well, it can be something that is currently in manifestation. So it could be a fantasy situation, like being behind a smoke screen, like the Seven of Cups. This could be a fantasy situation that is purely desire, so behind closed doors, can be manifested. Or it's a desire that is in the way. So it's kind of like plans to meet up with somebody. right? A third party where nothing has happened yet, but there are plans, right? You found a message that, you know, maybe you found the person you're connecting with on Tinder. You found them on a hookup website, sending inappropriate messages with somebody. So it's like maybe something hasn't manifested, but it was on its way and you caught it in the middle. Something like that. So that's what I mean. Whether realized or not, it's kind of either en route or it's already happened. So Eight of Wands as your current energy, this is message. This is a message. Right now you're really Pisces. I mean, I feel like this is the communication that you're getting. The person that you're connecting with in this situation could be coming to you with a message. But I think you are also trying to figure out what to say. Two of Wands, because there is a decision. That's your block. You're really not sure which way to go with this. You know a decision has to be made, but you're really not sure what to do. And I don't blame you, because this is difficult. Knight of Swords on your mind, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy you could be connecting with, right? Like we were saying, possible Gemini. But you're trying to figure out what to say. Knight of Swords, you have a message that you need to deliver. Your energy right now is the Eight of Wands. You have things that you want to say, but it's the holiday season, and maybe that's kind of what's keeping you limited. Maybe this person doesn't know that you know, and you found it, and you really don't know what to do with this information. You found the text, Two of Swords. Emotionally, you're closing off. You're indecisive about how to even react around this person. Yeah, it's the time to have fun and celebrate, but that's not what you feel. Recent past, death, scorpionic energy. This feels like a relationship that you ended in the past. This doesn't feel related to your person right now. This feels like something you thought was completely over and done with. Either a past relationship that ended in a similar way, that you thought you'd never ever have to experience again, or something that this person has done, an offense similar to this in the past that they promised they would no longer do, that you were convinced really deeply that that was the case and that they were being honest. And yet here you are again. Coming in, you've got the High Priestess. Secrets. Possibly a secret woman. Okay? Secret person. Right? Doesn't have to be a woman per se. This can just be a secret person. Secrets. You having a secret now, finding this message. Someone in the wings, right? Someone in the shadows coming forward to you with a message. This is what's coming in for you with this High Priestess, okay? We'll clarify. We'll clarify. How you see yourself is the Seven of Wands. Environment is the Sun. You could be connecting with a Leo here. Let me just draw the last couple of cards. Guys, just bear with me for like 2 seconds. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here in your fears. Outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, and I'm feeling drawn to pull 2 additional cards. Queen of Swords and the Chariot. You could be connecting with a Cancer, but it looks like ultimately you will make a decision, Pisces. And I see here that you are willing to most likely put whatever it is that you have found, right? You are willing to prioritize the long game over what this situation represents. Okay, now the thing is with the Sun in the environment, I do feel that clarity is shed on this. I do feel that there is clarity shed on this. Let me see what this High Priestess is, who this High Priestess is. Because regardless, it feels to me like you are going to find peace. So Seven of Wands is your current. Let me show you the cards. That would be helpful. Sorry about that, Pisces. I'm getting ahead of it because I'm seeing it. So your energy here is the Seven of Wands in your current energy. So you're really trying to take the higher ground here. You're trying to be the better person. So for some of you, right? For some of you, I do feel like if this is you having an issue combating the temptation of entertaining a secret person, right? They come in with a message to you. That's what this Eight of Wands with the High Priestess is. What do I do? I'm engaged to be married, or I am already married, and yet this person is pursuing me. What do I do? It's like you are trying to take the higher ground and say to yourself, listen, ultimately family is everything, and I can't afford to destroy what I've created. So it's not about do you want to stray? Because I feel like whether you'll admit it or not, the answer is the attention is nice. And so that is what is tempting you more than anything. Okay? But you are thinking about this masculine energy here, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and your fears, who you're afraid of hurting. Possibly this could be your energy. You're afraid that someone's going to leave you, leave the commitment, if they were to find the situation, right? If you decided to engage, you're saying to yourself, listen, I don't think I can function 110% in my position in this family by engaging in this dishonesty. I don't think I could do that. Or if I did do that, the truth is I wouldn't be able to get away with it because I would feel too guilty, or I would get caught. I know I would. Something like that. In the environment, you've got the sun. You could have children, and it's the children that you're thinking, right? You're thinking long term. Again, you're thinking growth. You're thinking growth. You're thinking ahead. You're thinking about what you stand to lose. Okay. That's for those of you that really feel like you're trying to fight something off. But for others of you, this is about finding a revelation within something, within this message, within the problem that this has presented, and finding an unconventional solution. And I say unconventional because I think most people would tell you at this point to reconsider where you're going, reconsider what you are building, but you are taking a spin on the whole situation and saying, listen, the truth has arrived. I'm receiving messages. I'm seeing clarity, right? Communication is coming in, and I have vowed to never be in this sort of situation again. And so to kind of honor the promise I made to myself, I'm going to see this through. And with cooperation from my partner, from cooperation with my family member, whoever this is, I am willing to work on things. Right? So this high priestess coming in. What is this high priestess, or who is this high priestess, please? High priestess, please. Who or what is this high priestess? Four of Wands. Death could be Scorpio. What else? Temperance could be a Sagittarius. So someone here is definitely considering either, right? You're going within Pisces, either you or the person you're connecting with, anyone who's involved, really, because this does feel like there could be multiple people here. So this is really just who you really feel like this is applying to right now. I'm seeing two things. You got 2 4s here. On the one hand, you're wondering whether you should end this cycle as it stands, whatever that death energy may mean to you, the end of the relationship, the death of moving in or taking things to the next level, ending the engagement, whatever this is, okay? Whatever the death is a very, very big type of change requiring a very significant energy, which is somehow tied to this 4 of Wands. So a celebration, calling off some sort of festivity, calling off an engagement, calling off the escalation of something that was supposed to be really lighthearted and fun and celebratory, and saying, you know what, I can't do this, I can't go through with it. Or, you know, going within, healing from a third party situation, or healing from a situation that broke your heart, taking it easy and trying to find a way to make it work. That's what temperance is. You're putting the 2 cups. The contents of the 2 cups generally don't really go together, right? It's fire and water, but the contents do mix, because usually they're handled by an angel, in this case a butterfly, right, which speaks to transformation and patience while in metamorphosis. So there is patience here, gentleness, but it's kind of like you going within with this high priestess and asking yourself, what do I do? What do I feel most aligned to do? You're going to have a deep moment of introspection. Okay, deep moment of introspection. But what I do feel like is that there is probably going to be a pause. Ultimately, if you're not really at that crossroads, what I'm seeing is that ultimately you're going to decide to make it work, but only after you get time to heal. So you're going to end this festivity, right? You're going to end whatever this joyous occasion was supposed to be. And you're going to later, after you feel ready, commence with the festivities. You're going to commence with whatever this was, and you're going to try to make it work. Okay, you're going to try to heal from it, but you're going to try to put. I don't see you severing entirely. Now, for a small group of you, you most definitely are. For some of you, you most definitely are severing. And this patience and healing has more to do with you having found the truth and deciding to go in a different direction with your pain. You're not trying to create resolution here. You're just saying, you know what? This was a mistake and I really need to be alone. Okay. What is this outcome with the 10 of Pentacles? Justice. So finding a fair solution to the situation, 8 of Swords. For some of you, this was a suspicion of some kind. Okay, speaking to this emperor. Okay, speaking to this emperor, or if you are this emperor, speaking to the person who this concerns. Justice and the Eight of Swords. Bringing balance back to whatever insecurities you may have had or suspicions that you may have had, whether that means the termination of this Ten of Pentacles, cutting out the Ten of Pentacles, or reestablishing a new normal within this Ten of Pentacles. And I say that, guys, because the truth is this is about family, and family, this could be the person you're connecting with romantically, or someone who you're not connecting with romantically, about someone who they are connecting with romantically. So as you can imagine, this can actually get very, very complicated. So again, take it as it resonates. If you just don't even want to think about how to interpret the reading, like by now you've probably ducked out. But if you're still hanging in with me on this reading, I really hope that this is helpful. But yeah, either a new normal is about to be established, right, or you're going to do away with it, but you're just not going to do it yet. All you know is that you are kind of giving the ring back, or you are just canceling orders, and you're saying, listen, I can't, like, what is this? What is this even? Like, I thought we were supposed to be together. I thought this was supposed to be us. Like, I thought this was supposed to be stable. But this is not stable. This is not stable at all, right? Let's call off the party. Let's call off the engagement. We're going to have to figure something out later, Let's talk in the meantime, because I don't really know. But for some of you, this is about like, this is a fantasy. So for some of you that are kind of entertaining the thought of possibly engaging in this behavior and thinking, well, I can have my cake and eat it too. And I mean, I'm going to be married, but the truth is, like, I really kind of want XYZ and I want to engage in this. What happens is, you find out that, all that glitters is not gold, right? So either you decide to put family first, or you decide to not go through with creating a legacy with this person that you are connecting with romantically. And you're saying, if this is how I'm feeling, then honestly, we shouldn't even go through with this. And you're giving yourself space and time to decide what it is you really want. Okay, Queen of Swords with the Chariot. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancerian energy. Could be an air sign, an air feminine energy that you're connecting with, who decides to leave a situation. This is the person you were going to go the long term with. This person could be leaving. This person could be leaving, or if you guys do decide to come out of this situation with an unconventional set of rules, or just, a way to make this work in a way that, is different, then this person is trying to move forward with building this legacy with you, but only under certain circumstances. Their rules are very black and white right now. If we are going to make this work, then this is what the rules are. If you are going to make this promise to me, then this is what things need to look like, so on and so forth. Okay? Balance will be reestablished. That's without a doubt. So I want to say, Pisces, if you feel like there's no way in all of God's green earth that this would ever be your situation, then this is not your reading. Then this is not your reading. Because this solution does feel fair to whoever makes this decision ultimately. Whoever this is, this does feel fair. Right? There is a little bit of insecurity about whether this is going to last over the long term. But this person is very convinced that whatever solution they've come up with right now, they are convinced that this could potentially reestablish a certain level of fairness that was tipped out of balance. Okay. Really quickly, let me just clarify the Eight of Swords here and see what this insecurity is before we go to the extended. Two of Cups. Yeah, so they're not, like I was saying, will it last? Will this solution be enough? Not sure. But for right now, it does feel fair enough. Like, it does feel like this person is willing to hang on a little while longer to see if this solution pans out. So like I was saying, Pisces, like, I know that this is, not for everybody, right? But this is a message for the majority, right? So take what is yours. If none of it is yours, throw it out. Because I know, that it's tough. And this may not be your choice. But this is somebody's choice. And they need to know that that I see it. And that what they're experiencing and how they're interpreting it and how they're going through it, is completely valid. Okay, it is very valid. It is very valid. This person does see you. Does this person that you're connecting with, this masculine energy, or if this is you, you are coming up as the Emperor. So this is someone who is very, very decidedly a father figure, or very decidedly somebody who is taken. This person is dedicated to the family unit, but somewhere along the way, someone is confused. They've strayed. This could be an insecurity within themselves, not being sure what it is that they've been trying to do. But again, with the distant horizons energy, this feels to me like more of a fantasy. Knight of Wands is the overarching energy. Okay, so there is something here that was sporadic, very uncharacteristic of this person that they indulged in, and it was the source of suffering here. But this person doesn't want to go anywhere. That's what's interesting about this masculine energy is they don't want to sacrifice what they want to build or what they've been building. They really don't. Their loyalty is to the family unit, but they went ahead and began a process, or went through with a process that essentially put everything, kind of hung everything in the balance. So guys, we're going to take this over to the extended, okay, my love? I'm going to stop. I'm just looking over the cards to make sure that I'm not missing anything, and just kind of give like a last call. See if anything kind of drops into my mind about this reading, but that seems to be everything. So in the extended, we'll go ahead and check in with this person that you're connecting with. Okay, Pisces. See, this person, now I'll say this, Pisces, the way you'll interpret the extended is if you feel like this is your energy here, and that this is really about your own internal battle, or you're watching this for another person, this person that when we say we're connecting with this person, right, the person that you're connecting with, Pisces, this could be, you can interpret those messages as clarification around how you're feeling and your intentions, in case you are having clouded experiences and how you should move forward. So Pisces, the person we're connecting with, their emotions towards you and their intentions towards you, those answers can be applied to you yourself, Pisces, if you identify as the person feeling these conflicts. Masculine, feminine, male, female, does not matter. If it resonates, it applies. Advice moving through the situation, as well as what the long-term outcome from the situation will most likely be. Okay? If we get drawn to any additional energies in the extended, we'll clarify as needed. All right, my love. So Pisces, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. This can get complicated. It's the holiday season, and we've got a lot going on. So if you found this helpful, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. If you'll join me over the extended, the link will be provided in the description box below, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section below, along with a link to my personal booking system in case you would like to book a personal reading. But if this is where we part ways, just know that I am loving you with all my heart, and I will see you next time, okay? I love you so very much, Pisces. Take care.